It's let's get practical time, team. So, you're gonna fall in love with your boxes. So, let's throw those on the floor. I'm wearing comfy clothes because when it gets down to the practicality of sorting through all of your stuff, your belongings, sometimes it's even junk, you know it is. You need to bring everything you've got. So you need to wear the most comfortable clothes that you can, that you've got, even the oldest ones actually, and then maybe even you can dump them at the end. And this is about having a bit of a system. In fact, a lot of a system. So typically I say to clients, you need 6 boxes, and it's the 6 R's. So the first one, and sometimes actually the first one people prefer a big black bag or a clear bag, a garbage bag, but the first R stands for rubbish. Now I know in America you prefer to call this trash. It's the same thing, because whenever you're working through a space, you know that there is going to be stuff that literally is going to land up in the trash. So the first R is rubbish stroke trash. The second box is for recycling. Now that is anything that needs to be recycled out of the house. Perhaps it needs to go to a recycling depot. It needs to be recycled back to the rightful owner. Anything that just needs to perhaps go to a charity shop. Okay, just recycling it out of your home. The third R is for anything that needs repairing. So you know when you start going through your stuff, you're going to find things that are broken. Oh, I meant to fix that lamp. Oh, look, the zip is missing on this jumper or jacket, as you might call it. And so you want a holding place to put all of the things that you know you need to fix, so that you just put them in the holding place and you don't think anymore about them. Because when you're clearing, you also want to do it with an element of speed. I can even feel I'm speaking a little faster than normal, because you don't want it to be long and drawn out and heavy. An element of lightness. The fourth one, I can't do that really easily with my hand. The fourth one is so important. Let's say, for example, you're in your living room. This box is called the relocate box. If you're in your living room, or we say your lounge, and let's say you find something that you go, oh, this should actually be in my bedroom or the kitchen, or what's this vase doing here? It should be stored in the garage. What happens is clients will automatically get up and go start walking to the place where they want to put it. That takes so much energy, time, it takes you off track. That's half my job when I'm in a home. It's like, stop doing that, come back here, stay focused, we need to finish this cupboard or this section or this shelf. So just pop it in the relocate box, knowing that later you will go and put it back in its rightful home. The fifth box is your resell box. So anything that you find in your home that you think, actually, I don't want to take this with me to our new property. I'm no longer using this. This is no longer exciting me. So perhaps you can generate some cash that I know you're going to need to cover some of the moving costs. So you put it in your resell box, and maybe you choose to sell it on eBay or within your community, or if you live in a gated community, you can do it there. Maybe you choose to have a jumble sale, whatever it is, but you can generate some money from that box. And then the sixth one we call ready packed. Now this is so important for you getting ready to sell your home, because one of the things is not only choosing and deciding what are you actually keeping in your life and taking with you to this new phase, because we really want you to do an entire life audit of going, do I really need this item in my life? Do I love it? Do I use it? Does it add value to me and how I'm choosing to live my life? So you've got to make that decision, but then there's another decision kind of overlaid on that, which is about getting ready for move day. And also getting ready for show day. So let's say, for example, it's summer in your country and you're about to put your property on the market and you're doing our course to get ready, and in a couple of weeks you know that you're going to have buyers coming in. You've got to get ready for show day, which means you don't need everything that you're choosing to keep in the home around you, because you're wanting to create some space, some lightness, some energy. You want your buyers to see themselves living there, so you have to depersonalize. So you've got to start having a whole different mindset. Not only are you choosing what you want to keep in your life, but what can you also pack up? So if it's summer, maybe all of your winter clothes get boxed or bagged up and actually get put in the garage, or maybe they even need to go into an off-site storage. Now, I'm not saying dump all of your winter clothes into the boxes and don't think anymore. I am still asking you to go through and make those discerning choices, but perhaps you could get your winter clothes into that ready packed box so that you are ahead of yourself, ahead of the game when it comes to moving day and show day. So always have your 6 boxes with you and mark them, because when you're in the thick of it, you might start putting the relocate stuff in the recycle box. You don't want to do that, because then you're not going to trust yourself and where you're putting things. And if there's other family members, or perhaps you've got some staff to help you, a little bit of labor and hands to make the process go quicker, you want to make sure that everybody knows which box is for what, so that you don't get things all jumbled up, because that will stress you and confuse everybody, and we don't want any of that happening. And then one last tip: at the end of every session, when you have been decluttering and clearing out and making those ruthless decisions for this new phase in your life, the rubbish one, or the trash, at the end of every session, make sure you go and put that in the trash can, wherever that is for you. Just get that out, okay? So you just feel that kind of closure. And I just wish you fun with this. So put on some funky music. Make sure you drink lots of water. Make sure you keep everybody laughing, and just make it as light as possible so that you bring a whole different energy to you and your 6 boxes. I'll see you in the next video.